students, we are working with possessive nouns this week. So with our possessive nouns, that is being able to show ownership, show that someone owns something. So we're going to do some practice with that. So it says, the car of a clown. How do we say that it is the car of a clown without having to say all these words? How do we say that? Now some of you might be saying, it's his car, duh. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I want to still show that it's the clown car. It's the clown's car. So when we try to show ownership, we need to write it like this. We want to know who, and then we do apostrophe S. This little mark right here is called our apostrophe. And this magic combination of putting an apostrophe and an S, it shows ownership. It tells us who owns what. So our magic way of knowing who owns what, we do who, apostrophe S, okay? Got it? Who, apostrophe S, and then our what. So, in order to write this sentence, or it's not really a sentence, but this phrase, in order to write this phrase so that we can show ownership with our possessive noun, we need to figure out what our who is and what our what is. So who is our who? The car of a clown. The clown! The clown is our who, so I'm going to erase who and write clown. I didn't erase my apostrophe S because that's the magic. You need to leave the magic. So, clowns. And my what? What is my what? The car of a clown. What does the clown have? A car. So I'm going to erase my what and put car. So, it is the, oops, I forgot my the. The car of a clown is the clown's car. So we're going to do another one together. This is part of your assignment this week, is making sure that you can make possessive nouns. Our possessive nouns are the words that show ownership. So, what word is showing ownership? Clowns. What word is being owned? Car. Car is being owned. By who? The clown. Okay, next one. So it says, the tail of a cat. The tail of a cat. So remember, we'll write the. Okay, so we need to put our who and our what. So, the who's what? Who's in this sentence? The tail of a cat. The cat is in the sentence. So, I'm going to erase who. So I have the cat's what? What does the cat have? A tail, a tail. So, the cat's tail. So, it means the same thing, but this is the better way to say it. When we have our apostrophe S. Everyone say apostrophe. Apostrophe. So when we have our apostrophe S, it shows us that the cat owns its tail. So, what does the cat own? A tail. Wonderful, wonderful. You guys are doing great. So, I'm going to do another one. Okay, here we go. This says the markers of Mrs. Brown. So, remember we start off, we know it's going to say, oops. We know that it's going to need our who, right? So we're going to do who. Okay? And we need our apostrophe S. So our who and our what. So in our sentence, let's do this a different way. In our sentence, what is the what of the sentence? What's being owned? The markers of Mrs. Brown. What is owned? The markers. So I'm going to erase my what because I know it's going to be markers there. So markers. Who owns the markers? The markers of Mrs. Brown. Who owns them? Mrs. Brown. Mrs. Brown owns the markers, so we're going to erase the word who. Mrs. Brown. So we have Mrs. Brown's markers. Does that make sense? The markers of Mrs. Brown is Mrs. Brown's markers? Yes. Now, I don't want you to get confused and think that you have to write who and what all the time. This is just me showing you exactly how we're doing it. If you see, let's think here, okay, we have the dog of the man. We have the dog of the man. Do you already know what the who is in this sentence? Don't get confused. What's being owned? Does the dog own the man? No, even though Tutu owns me. But does the dog own the man? No. Does the man own the dog? Yes, so we know that's our who. The one who's doing the owning, the one who has something, that is who owns it. That's our who. So we have the man. So the man is the who. Now if we're trying to say it is the man's dog, what do we need? So I'll write dog. But what's our magic? What's our magic that makes this possessive noun? Remember, possessive means to own. What shows us that the man owns the dog? It looks like this. It looks like that. Apostrophe S. So we need the man's dog. The man's dog. So you're going to get plenty of practice with this in your assignment today of making sure that you understand how to create possessive nouns. Remember, nouns are person, place, or thing. When we're dealing with our possessive nouns, a lot of the time we're dealing with our person, the man, or Mrs. Brown. And we need that apostrophe S to show us that they own something. If you need any help, I'm online waiting for questions. If you don't need any help, great job. Keep up the hard work. See you later.